of Wayzata and Maplewood.
From the Your Boat Club Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Homeworks Makes Your Homework.
Fan forecast.
81 the high today under sunny skies, dropping down to 60 tonight.
Has your supposed furnace fix left you feeling cold and miserable? Don't worry. You can be warm, cozy, and comfortable every day by calling Homeworks Heating, Air, Plumbing, Drains, and Electric for heating solutions that work. Right now, get a furnace tune-up for just $47. Go to callhomeworks.com.
Hey, it's Brandon Molesky. Thank you for listening to The Fan on KFAN.com.
The Fan.
The Power Hour is live right now. Head over to KFAN.com/watch to catch all of the action, powered by Quantum Fiber. Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show, Thursday, September 21st. Don't forget, tomorrow, right around now, will be the final quarterfinal of the 2023 Initials Invitational. The 2 seed, Do Young Park, takes on Frank Vassalero, Justin Guard, Chad Greenway, and Lavelle Neal.
Oh, hell yeah. Is this the most one-sided favorite in any of the quarterfinals?
That was supposed to be last week.
Oh, what happened? I missed it.
Sauce blew it to Ron Johnson.
No, he didn't. He didn't lose to Ron Johnson.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. I'm not good in that situation.
What do you mean that situation?
Pressure. I'm not good when there's pressure. I can beat anybody else that plays, but I'm just not good in that situation.
So, Doe's the favorite, but so was Sauce, and we saw how that went.
So was Greasel. He lost too.
Yeah. Well, but Nordo's
I would have lost. Yeah, if Nordo had played, I would have lost even worse.
So that's tomorrow at 8:15. We are on the brink of announcing the dates of the semifinals. There's 3 of them, and one of them is not a Friday, so we're going to shake it up a little bit to get these things done here as quickly as possible. Well, I'm out of town in like 3 weeks, so I want to wrap it up before I leave. Right. We don't have the bye week. Remember, we had the bye week with London last year.
Oh, yeah. Remember that.
No, we don't need a bye week. Let's just go. So we're going to do that.
Bye weeks are fun.
Okay.
Whoa.
So that's tomorrow, right around now. And also $47,000 on the line for the Initials jackpot. Thanks to St. Paul Federal Credit Union. That's tomorrow, 24 hours from now.
All right. Do you have a bet on where do you think it's going to go?
Hawk and I do.
The jackpot? I think they had a bet on 61.5 or something. I think that was the over-under. 61.5?
Yep.
I don't think we've had one 250 winner during the entire tournament.
I don't think we have either.
I don't think one person's gotten one letter correct. So we're overdue for at least one letter to win 250. Sauce, an hour ago, we were talking college football, so you didn't get to do sports. Would you like to do Fan 5?
I would love to. Thank you, Corey. That's very kind of you.
It's time for Fan 5, brought to you by Builders and Remodelers.
Thanks, Builders and Remodelers. By the way, this is a tease. This is a radio tease for Rabbit. You're going to do sports now. Mm-hmm. I want to replay when we get back after this break and go commercial for the rest of the way. I want to replay the high school play-by-play from 3 hours ago, which is just hilarious.
Oh, no.
And then I got some funny-ass audio that I saw on social media yesterday that involved a lot of swearing, so I had to edit it before the show this morning.
Well, that's where you went.
But it makes me laugh. So swearing and a podcast now that I might have to start listening to because this dude makes me laugh. It's a famous guy ripping another famous guy in the world of sports. We'll talk about that.
That's a great tease.
Yeah, I like that.
It was
now
pretty,
I'm really interested.
It was pretty
Who
vague, but it involves big names and swearing. And you had me at swearing.
That sounds like me playing golf.
I said big names.
Big names,
I play with. You don't consider like John Randall a big name?
I thought
or Scott Taylor. Scott Taylor.
Who the hell is Scott Taylor?
Scott Taylor.
Yeah. Anyway,
Scott Taylor from Abby's Hope.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He's the best. I wish he was here.
Would you kiss him if he was?
Oh yeah.
Really interesting. Let's see if we can get him in.
Rosie, the Minnesota Twins' magic number is now down to 1 after a late rally gave them the win over the Reds yesterday. They trailed 3-2 in the ninth and they got 3 runs to win the game. They moved to 81-72. The Guardians lost 62 or 6. Jesus. The Guardians lost 6-2 to the awful Royals.
Bullpen is terrible.
The Guardians have fallen apart. They don't care anymore.
No.
So that's how the number is down to 1. The Guardians can clinch for the Twins tonight If they lose to the 95-57 Baltimore Orioles, that game is at 6:15.
So after Cleveland loses to Baltimore,
what do they do?
Do the Twins rush to Target Field and start pouring champagne on each other and put the goggles on and the whole thing?
It's hot.
I mean,
is that what they do?
No. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You don't think they watch it in the clubhouse?
They virtually spray each other.
No, I don't think so.
Only fans.
Hey, back to the Orioles for a second. What did the Rays start 14-0 or 15-0? What did they start?
Remember that hot start? It was about that.
Was
We'd
that
have to
this
look it
year?
up.
That was this year.
That
So
was
it's
this season.
one of the best starts in the history of baseball, and they didn't even win their division.
They're like 22-1 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, they were crushing, and that's
What
when
happened to that team?
That's when you were so convinced Bonus had them in the over. Then when Bonus said, "We just do it for fun," and you got super.
That wasn't
pissed.
my fault. Bonus
I'm
kept
not saying it's your
Bonus
fault.
kept saying very loudly, "I picked the Rays over. I picked the Rays over." And we're like, "Dude, sweet." And then I said, "How much money did you have on it?"
I do it
Because
because
we kept going like, "Man, you nailed this bet,
Right,
buddy.
right.
You're not even going to have to sweat it." And he's like, "Oh, I don't have any money on it." I'm like, "Then we don't care.
we did it on the podcast.
I don't care if you didn't have money on it. I was
the
excited
point?
for you. I
Talk
was so
about it.
excited that he nailed a bet that early in the year. Oh, I didn't put any money on it. We just talked about it on the podcast.
Don't care.
care.
Don't care.
Boring.
Well, it is interesting because I think the fans who bought tickets for tomorrow night's game.
Yeah, I'm going. I can't wait.
I mean, it is. It's not like they're not going to celebrate it, but the Angels are here and they're terrible right now. And Otani's back in Japan and he's waiting to sign his big free agent contract
Monster
this
deal.
offseason. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe not quite as monstrous if he's not going to.
Not going to be
not
for a
gonna be
year.
next year, yeah.
Yeah, but it'll
still,
be monster.
It's a question mark.
The fact of the matter is, I don't know how the Twins would plan to use the word celebrate. I think those things are kind of overdone, but they haven't won a divisional title for a little while, and they should be. I mean, it's been a very good year.
Well,
so I don't know what they do. I don't think there's much they can do other than acknowledge
Here, I'll get an answer
for the
you,
game.
Rose. Hang
You're going to text.
Keep talking. I'll
All
get
right,
an answer
all right.
for
But
you.
I mean, I don't think the players are at home tonight. Rocco's home with his twin little baby boys, and I don't think they're going to rush over to Target Field and be glued to the TV set to watch Baltimore beat Cleveland tonight, and then go, all right, we just won the divisional title. Let's get crazy.
Joe Mauer has twins too, right?
He does.
Yeah.
At what point are we just going to turn this into Handmaid's Tale and require a set of twins of any player that has a child while they are currently with the Minnesota Twins?
And when Zach Parisi was here, they had twins.
But he plays for the Wild.
Yeah, Rosie.
I know that, but I'm just saying a Minnesota connection.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
I do. Maybe
had
not.
You just can't name random people and random
it's
sports.
Minnesota
If Zach
athletes.
Parisi had one child and he released it to be grown by wolves like Mowgli from the Jungle Books, I'd say that kid's wild. That makes sense. Zach Parisi was playing for the Wild. I was
pretty
referencing
crazy.
the
Or the
Twins.
Wolves.
I understand that because they literally
Or
are
the Wolves,
called the
good point.
Twins. What's that?
Yeah.
Right, or the Wolves, because they could be
Oh,
raised
yeah.
by wolves.
Yeah.
You'd say,
They
what is
could be.
Carl Anthony
Well,
Towns doing?
I think Sauce actually was raised by a wolf.
Makes
I
sense.
heard the story from Jeff Lambert about that. Well, of course
Wasn't raised well.
No,
Oh, that's
No
mean.
matter what.
The Twins placed Carlos Correa on the injured list, Rosie. Yesterday they did that.
He's yes, they did. He's actually very optimistic about getting back before the end of the season. There's not that
By
much
the way,
left.
Justin Guard's mom is a twin. Does that count, Rosie? He wanted me to ask.
Yeah,
you
do we
that.
have like any random Vikings that
What
have
a weird
twins?
coincidence. She's also
Well,
a
I
twin.
just remember when Zach was out on the field.
My
with
buddy
the-
Sean has twins. Nordo has twins.
Oh, was he? Did he play third base?
Oh,
Well, and tell me about Nordo's twins' daddy.
that's also their mommy.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Me
right.
too.
Yeah.
Does
that count?
Rosie. And then today, Rosie, they're waiting for the results of the MRI on Royce
Yeah.
Lewis.
Fingers crossed that he's just got a hammy little strain and he'll be back.
You hope.
Yeah, he better be. Yeah, this team is, I mean, they have to win. I know it's not even a matter of like, oh, we'll be happy if they win a game to snap the streak. No, they have to win this series. They're going to be playing a team that they should be very competitive with here at home. And again, it's bears repeating. They have all two for sure, three potential games at home. It's not like the Lynx situation where they had to go no, they play all the games at Target Field.
Yes.
And, I assume it's going to be Sonny Gray, Pablo Lopez, and maybe even Maeda because he's been pitching awfully well lately as far as potentially the third game. But that starts October.
Yeah, I think that starts
weeks.
a week from Tuesday.
Yeah, October the 3rd.
Yeah.
The first
That'll
game.
be sweet.
And again, I assume that's all it is, an assumption because it's the Twins playing, that they're going to be playing in the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll probably be the first
There
game.
won't be a prime time game. But
Well,
who cares? I'd rather have them play in the afternoon.
Yeah. I mean, maybe
That's
if
what it
they
used to
play
be.
Houston, it might be. Houston's a big draw, but yeah.
Yeah.
The Twins are back at it tomorrow against the awful Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, who have quit. Game time is 7:10. Pablo Lopez, I would assume, will start even if they've clinched.
Oh, sure he will. Yeah,
Okay.
they want to keep him on a regular
Rose, you
rotation.
said it, but the Lynx got beat 90-75 by the Connecticut Sun. The Lynx are out of the WNBA playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, they surprised everyone by coming back after losing the first game by 30 and winning in Connecticut. And again, they had that opportunity. They had a nice crowd last night, and I'm saying they played about as well as they could play, but they were overmatched. Connecticut's a better team, and they proved it during the regular season. But Cheryl Reeve doesn't take too long to kind of rebuild things. They got a couple nice players, and I assume she's going to be hitting the trading deadline. I mean, again, it's always about, can they get either Paige Beckers or Caitlin Clark on this team?
Right.
And you want to see ticket sales go up for either one of those young ladies that would end up in a Lynx uniform. Caitlin Clark's got one of the biggest followings when she was here for the Final Four. My goodness, that would be a stroke of genius if they could somehow, some way land here. But I don't think they used to have territorial rights back in the day in sports, but not anymore. So,
my source says the Twins are all wondering what they're going to do. They don't have an idea either yet.
Oh,
They don't know
interesting.
yet.
Okay. Well, I
probably
mean,
do
it's kind of
something
hard to
tomorrow.
say, well, I'm going to go watch the game in the clubhouse. And then
It'd be fun.
Cleveland wins, and you kind of go, okay, everybody just go home. I'm sure they'd rather
get
win
hammered.
it on the field, of course, and celebrate, with the fans. It's sort of anticlimactic, when you're watching, you're at home and find out that they clinched the division.
Why can't they just be like every other normal adult? Go get Raising Cane's, play about
There you
6
go.
hours of poker, go home and watch Shark Tank and go to bed.
They could do
does
that,
that?
too. That's a
Normal
That sounds like a
human
beautiful
beings.
night.
Yeah.
A beautiful night.
Perfect
for
night.
Core.
I think
Something college kids would do.
I think if you're the Twins, you go down to the clubhouse.
here we go.
You put it on the TV, and I think you start celebrating as soon as the Guardians go down by 60. I think as soon as
Brilliant, Sacco. Week 3 kicks off tonight with the Giants at the 49ers. The 49ers are minus 10.5. The over-under is 44, and Barkley is out.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well for the Giants tonight.
And lastly,
That could
the
be a
0-2
beatdown.
Vikings battle the 0-2 Chargers this Sunday at 10. 12 pregame at 10. The Vikings are now -1. The over-under is 54.5, which is the highest over-under of the week. The Vikings injury report is lengthy. Bradbury did not practice due to an injured back. Marcus Davenport is also out due to an ankle
Are
injury.
you going to see
Darisaw-
Harold all this year?
I don't know. Darisaw, Jordan Hicks, Josh Metellus, and Jalen Naylor were all limited. Eric Kendricks and Austin Eckler didn't practice for the Chargers. Khalil Mack didn't practice, but it was due to rest. And Bosa was also limited.
Yeah, Kendrick's not likely to play, which is too bad. And Eckler probably not likely to play, but he won't be that. I mean, he's got the ankle problem too. So I don't know this Marcus Davenport situation. Ben, you were talking about earlier about needing some defensive help, and that was their big defensive offseason acquisition. He was hurt in New Orleans, and he's been hurt. You just can't get him on the field.
I have an update.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the Twins.
All right.
They're going to get Raising Cane's, go home, watch Shark Tank, and go to bed.
Okay.
Why don't people
Perfect.
put me in charge?
Yeah, they really
I
should.
have a lot of
Gives you
good
beady
ideas.
eyes.
I think you should go down to Target Field after Cleveland loses tonight. Just
God.
do a one-man celebration. Take champagne and pour it all all over your head.
According to a lot of the people on the text line.
You'd need a bathtub of champagne.
Oh, okay. That's mean. By the way,
It's a giant head.
I know it is. Okay.
That's a huge bitch.
All right. The Twins, according to people on the text chain, because I check it because Corey won't,
I'd close it immediately.
the Twins also need the Tigers to lose. Is that true?
What?
what
are the
So it's
Tigers
not
have
just
to do?
about Cleveland?
If your magic number is 1, then you
Yeah,
just
why-
need a Cleveland
yeah,
loss.
I don't know. That's what people
Tigers
are
are
saying.
playing in Oakland late tonight.
I don't know.
What does it have to do with any?
Somebody would have to explain it to me. Otherwise, wouldn't the magic number be
Tigers.
different?
Oh, I suppose the Tigers are only 9.5 back too.
Right.
Oh, they're tied with Cleveland.
Yeah, they're half game behind Cleveland.
Ah, okay.
So maybe that's
Well, that's
correct.
a late game.
Yeah.
Right.
Even-
So Detroit could run the table and the Twins could
Yeah.
lose out.
Yeah.
So would you just have to push back Shark Tank?
Not worth it, man.
Yeah.
I got
Maybe
another
just move
text.
it like an hour and a half later?
Just wonderful.
We demand answers,
Cuban.
Sauce.
Hang on. I'm going to have somebody call
The
hotline
Twins'
and explain
Twitter
it.
account said yesterday that their magic number is 1, so
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
they
so
would. I think they'd know.
I would think so.
Either way, we're nitpicking.
Yep.
They're going to have Raising Cane's and call it a day. And then Ben and I are going to win money when they win at least one game in the postseason, and you're going to pay us.
I am.
Is that with sauce?
Yeah, but I'm going to win money from Hogs.
Yeah.
Because Hogs is gambling without gambling.
All right.
When we come back, swearing.
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It's a lot of fun. And a famous person ripping another famous person. For
Nice
charging a lot of
tease.
money. Yep. Thanks. Power Trip Morning Show returns and goes commercial free the rest of the way after this on The Fan.
The Fan. Coming to Hulu tomorrow and Saturday.
Don't miss our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
The biggest superstars from all genres of music on one stage.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
Stream it live only on Hulu.
You will not want to miss.
Tomorrow and Saturday, starting at 9 p.m.
Capital One is a proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Festival for the 7th year in a row, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Why is iHeartRadio the #1 streaming radio app?
Free music.
Free live radio stations from all over the country.
Free podcasts.
Free playlists.
Free contests. Free artist radio stations.
Commercial-free stations.
It's free.
I love iHeartRadio. Join the millions of music, radio, and podcast fans on the #1 streaming radio app now.
iHeartRadio.
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 Free never sounded so good.
Ready for all the comforts of home, minus all the maintenance hassles? Carefree, secure, personalized senior living. It's all waiting for you at Tradition in Brooklyn Park. Call today to book your free tour, because no one's ever said, gee, I miss raking leaves.
Baseball is back, and the St. Paul Saints want to remind you that you deserve to have fun. And if you think the shenanigans have been crazy around here in the past, head to saintsbaseball.com and check out what's on tap for this year. Fun is good, and it's what we do.
9520-RES. Call them today and make sure you mention KFAN, or make sure you ask for the KFAN special, because they will clean your carpets at your home, your cabin, or your business the right way. But they'll also give you a sick deal if you are a KFAN listener and mention KFAN. It is football season. They want your home to be clean. You want your home to be clean. So mention KFAN and they'll do 3 rooms of carpet starting at just $149. And they can take $100 off any air duct cleaning package the entire month of September if you simply mention KFAN. And you want to do that from time to time for so many reasons, specifically if you have somebody in your home with allergies. But otherwise, that dust and dirt that has been coming in and out all summer long, that's in your air duct system, and that's going to get pushed all over the place and then eventually fall back into your couches and your blankets and your carpets. So why not have Zero-Res clean your air duct system, clean your carpet, so when people come over to watch football, whether it's tonight, this weekend, future weekends, whatever, your home will be clean. That's the whole point. 952-0-RES, or find them online at zeroresminnesota.com. That's zeroresminnesota.com. And mention KFAN.
Made to Shine. Real stories from Shane Company customers.
They were all there. My grandparents, all the cousins. I was the first one in my family to graduate from college. They were so proud. After the ceremony, my mom gave me a necklace with my birthstone. I wear it every day. Sometimes I even think it carries a secret superpower, that when I wear it, everything will be okay.
We carry the widest selection of handcrafted jewelry made to help everybody shine bright. Shane Company. Fine jewelry since 1929.
Hey, it's Guards. You've heard me talking about UglyDeck.com's DIY program for a while now, but I'm here to tell you about their award-winning installation. Hands down, they build beautiful decks. And you get choices. Over 100 different colors of 7 major deck and railing brands to fit any budget or taste. Not sure if you want to install or DIY? UglyDeck.com will walk you through both options, and you choose what works for you. Remember, they build all year round, and if you start today, ask about their $500 fall special. DIY or full install today at UglyDeck.com.
Meat Sauce here. Time to recharge. When I get an energy crash, I run. All right. I walk to Holiday Station stores to Energy Mix and Match. Buy any 2 16-ounce energy drink varieties, get one free. Mix and match, Fast Twitch, Rockstar, or Mountain Dew Energy.
You're free now. Free to stream beyond your wildest dreams. Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber. Your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability. Service in select locations only.
Kowalski,
Yeah, Coach, you gotta lead a winning drive all the way to a better love life.
I'm sorry, what now?
Your love life, son. Go on offense.
But I'm doing online dating.
Well, stop. Half of online daters lie on their profiles. Change the playbook to It's Just Lunch. Know how many of their members go on real dates? 100%. Now get back in the game.
You got it, Coach.
Change your dating game. Visit itsjustlunchtwincities.com or call 612-355-2727 today. It's Just Lunch. Connection awaits with guaranteed dates.
This fall, make every day Jeep Adventure Days in a new Jeep from Park Chrysler Jeep in Burnsville. Right now, get incredible savings on the off-road, winter-ready Jeep Gladiator. Save up to 21% off MSRP on new 23 Jeep Gladiator Rubicons. Or take advantage of 10% off MSRP on select new 23 Jeep Compass models. Plus, we're making room for 2024 Wranglers. So get blowout savings on remaining new 23 Wranglers. Get Jeep Adventure Day savings and shop our new showroom at Park Chrysler Jeep in Burnsville. Online at parkjeep.com.
Hail damage? Visit CodyConstruction.com, COTY Construction.com for a free roof inspection.
Ben's Appearance is sponsored by Lexus of Wayzata and Maplewood.
From the 651 Carpets Plus, home of the Next Day Install Studios, this is the Power Trip on FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Dave Chappelle returns to Minnesota this Saturday at the XL Energy Center, and we've got your last shot at tickets. Caller 11 right now will win a pair of tickets to see the legendary comedian live. Call 800-320-5326 right now.
Came up, that's all me. Stay true, that's all me. No help, that's all me for real. Came up, that's all me. Stay true, that's all me. No help, that's all me for real.
Money on my mind, you should think the same. Shades on, pink and ring. Dogging these I need quarantine in the same league, but we don't bow the same. Oh, she want all the fame. I hear it all the time. She said she love me. I said, baby girl, fall in line. Okay, made her.
All right, here we go. A couple of things for fun. Let's start with the one that we did 3 hours ago just to get Ben and Rosie involved. Zacho, could you find that PA highlight again? You guys remember the PA highlight? The Cardinals have knocked the Vikings out of the playoffs.
No.
This is 20 years ago, right?
Right. I was at that game. I remember it quite well. Oh, yeah.
All right,
you were in Arizona?
Well, yeah, I thought you were a big TV guy back then.
Yeah, we covered all the games.
He went everywhere. He went to the Olympics and stuff. Yeah.
Come on, Zach.
Come on, Zacho.
Oh, no. I'm a big fan of Mark Rosen.
Sounds like it. It sounded like this.
Okay.
Oh,
Get back, guys. Here it is. The season's on the line. Two receivers left and right. McCown takes the snap. He steps up. He's all by himself. Fires into the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! No! The Cardinals have knocked the Vikings out of the playoffs.
Epic, right? And
Right,
again, I've already that's what put him on the map. He's been brilliant for 20 years, but
correct.
That was his first kind of viral call.
Moment.
Yeah, it was awesome. So maybe some of you saw this on social media yesterday, but I guess this is a high school game, I believe. And the announcers clearly wanting the team that has a 27-25 lead with 16, 17 seconds to go to hold on to the lead.
Right.
The team that has the ball is down to under 20 seconds, and they're about at their own 40 or so. All they have to do is just not let this team get into the field goal range and definitely don't give up a touchdown. Sounds a little bit like PA, just so much more rage.
Gillick draws back the pass. He's airing it out. It's going to be long. No!
So good.
Touchdown Western.
I like how he calms down afterwards, right? After he gets that out. Touchdown Western.
Yeah, it's so good.
And then it's about 15 seconds of silence before he finally says 31-27. Like, he's got to process it, but man.
Gillick draws back the pass. He's airing it out. It's going to be long. No! No! Touchdown Western.
I love how he doesn't even describe
Matt
the
Jones.
No, they would call it nothing.
31-27.
That's it.
He doesn't even talk about who caught the ball, what happened. It's
He's
just
so
like
pissed.
screaming no. Now this has to be like in a northern state, right?
I'm not
sounds
sure.
like play
It
the
sounds like it was like he's like Canadian.
yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's
Play
like
one more
Canadian
time.
high school.
Listen how he starts saying the word no. Like, and it just builds as he's saying the word no.
Gillick draws back the pass. He's airing it out. It's going to be long. No! No!
Western.
That's so good. So good.
Did he have a Pete Burcich type person next to him?
Sounded like he didn't need one.
Yeah. That guy's ears were blown out.
That's my favorite part about that first PA call, too, is Joe Sensor right at the beginning of the clip just goes, you got to get back, guys. Even he knows the defense is not in the right position. Yeah. And then what's his name? What was that dude's name? Was it McCown?
It was
the quarterback?
He was
McCown.
He was treated like a king in Green Bay.
Yeah, they gave him a key to the city.
Yeah, the following week.
Yeah, way to be
That's when
petty,
you only had to have, I think, 1 foot in. What was the rules changed?
No. Wasn't that the rule, though, where
he pushed him out of bounds?
Pushed him out. Yeah, it's the push out. Now you can push somebody
Yeah.
out without getting your feet down, and you're out of bounds.
Right.
So
that was not the case.
Yeah,
there.
that was a silly rule. Well, he would have come down in bounds had he not gotten pushed out. So we're going to give him the catch.
Correct. Oh my God.
Oh, hang on a second here. We have some clarification on something else. Then we'll get to the other soundbite. Dustin from the Minnesota Twins is on the phone.
Good. Hi,
Dustin. You sent out the
Dustin.
bat signal.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna have to punch him up. It's not working over here.
Oh, nice phone.
Our systems are outdated.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Hi, we got you. What's up?
Hi, Dustin.
Well, good morning.
So give us the plan here. What's this deal with the Tigers and the Twins magic number is not one? What are people complaining about on Twitter here? Are we confused?
Well, the good news is the magic number's 1. And we win again, we're in, right? But today's an off day for the Twins. We just got back from Cincinnati last night. Kind of waiting to see how some scores played out. And it's not just the Guardians we're looking at anymore. It's the Tigers. So we've got to watch 2 games tonight, kind of see what those results, how if they both lose, we're in, right?
Okay.
And it's party time. But the Tigers play late tonight. I think they're on the West Coast.
Yeah, played Oakland, I think, Dustin.
Just talking to a couple of the veteran guys, it's like, well, it's an off day. This time of year, all the guys need to kind of take care of themselves. So we'll kind of just close our eyes, see what happens. And, if it goes our way, I think we'll just hit the pause button and get together tomorrow night after the game, win or lose, and pop some champagne. But we got to wait. It's not done yet. And we'll, like I said, watch those scores and see what happens.
Well, since that game is so late, do you want to come over and watch Shark Tank beforehand? They have reruns on CNBC on a nightly basis. It goes for like 3 or 4 hours a night.
PR guy and content guy, it's like, am I asking guys for selfie videos of them celebrating late tonight? But I think we'll just we'll wait for tomorrow night and see how it. See how the guys, like I said, win or lose, and maybe it's a little after the fact. But I think you still want to celebrate the moment. Rosie's been through a ton of those. I think there's actually a iconic photo of him, maybe in a white dress shirt with Tori throwing some champagne on him. I had that somewhere.
I think Tori's the first one that invented the goggles bit. I honestly think he was the first one to wear goggles during the celebration because that champagne burned their eyes so much. And other teams followed suit, of course, for all these years.
I think you're right. I mean, the goggles are a part of it now. I mean, it's an interesting setup. There's a lot of people that reached out last night, a lot of media members on what we're doing. Mm-hmm. I mean, all the way across the pond, too. The Japanese media, too, are covering us pretty closely with Kenta. Sure. And they don't know how to cover it and where to cover, this celebration. And they travel a long ways to come get this. But, yeah, it's just a unique schedule. I mean, with the off day, we got an off day today and Monday. And you kind of look at it and you're like, how can this play out? And Saturday's another, if things go into Saturday, we have a day game, and then the Guardians play, I think, at 5:10 Central, so you kind of have to wait around and see how that plays out. So there's a few scenarios here where you just kind of sit and play in the waiting game, but it's a good problem to have, guys. Yeah. We're right there. We're right where we want to be this time of year, and it's good. Good vibes. A couple guys are getting a little bit of a breather. Correa, we're going to get him right, hopefully, for the postseason. He's pretty eager to get back already, but us kind of saving him from himself and let him rest that foot. And, we'll see how things turn out with Royce today. But good news is Buxton's getting back after it. He's going to go up here for the Saints today. That was kind of a late decision last night. Buck wants to get it going and get some ABs and feeling pretty good. So not to mention we got a couple other guys rehabbing for the Saints. Chris Paddock's looking really good. Brock Stewart out of the bullpen, who was just – had an amazing first half. He's looking pretty good too. So getting healthy at the right time. And, it's all about October and we know we have some work to do. Winning the division is step one, but I hear it from our fans all the time. We got to start winning in the postseason. And this team's built a little different. It's good pitching. Pablo Lopez and Sonny Gray. I mean, they're right there in the thick of things for the Cy Young in the American League. So feeling pretty good about those guys taking the ball, hopefully in a short series at Target Field, and we move on.
The visual of Royce, Dustin Morse we're talking to, the director of communications for the Twins, when he had to leave the game was rather telling, and I think really sent shockwaves among the Twins fans, thinking, man, this could be worse than what it even looks. But you're saying right now that more tests are to be done, but you get the sense that it's a hammy strain of some sort? We don't really know for sure. It looked pretty bad.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, as you guys get to know Royce, he is a very emotional, energetic, passionate player, and he definitely showed some frustration with just his body kind of giving out on him. He's been through some tough injuries the last couple of years, and he told the media, he addressed the group last night in Cincinnati, that it's just who he is. He just kind of let his emotions get the best of him on the field. It looked pretty bad, obviously, when he was walking back to the dugout. But the good news is yesterday he felt, he didn't get any worse. He was on the bike. He was getting some exercise. It's a hamstring tightness. We'll see what the results say. He got an MRI. He might be in the MRI tube right now, actually, and we'll kind of see how the day plays out. He'll get checked out by the doctors and the trainers, and then tomorrow we'll probably have an update on where he's at, if we need to put him on the IL or if he's, just going to kind of ride it out for a couple of days and see what happens. But it's all about being smart and safe here with the postseason right around the corner, so we're not going to push him, obviously. But, yeah, we'd like to know how serious that tightness is in the hamstring.
Hey, Dustin, I know that you know this and everybody else knows this, but I just want to put this out there that, you guys talk about Rosie being there with Torrey Hunter with the champagne and the white T-shirt. Everybody knows that white T-shirt was intentional.
Yeah.
Everybody that knows Rosie
wanted everybody to see his dinner plates.
Yep, he knows that there was going to be a celebration. There's going to be champagne popping. There's going to be, he was going to get soaked. And so that white T-shirt, that white dress shirt was very much intentional for everybody in there.
Well, yeah, I don't know what that was, 04, 06, somewhere back in the Metrodome days. But, yeah, Rosie in his prime, look back at some of those pictures. Yeah, I don't blame him.
Settle down, Dustin.
You look great.
Yeah, thanks.
Dustin, more importantly, let's make this about us. This is our show. Initials is this thing we do on Fridays, and I think in the history of the almost 10 years of Initials, I think the only player who is currently on the team that played is Dozier. Right, we've had
Dozier played. Yeah,
we've had Morneau play. Creasel says Herbeck wants to play. We've had a handful of Twins play, but I think the only player who is currently on the team was Brian Dozier. We got to make this happen in the offseason. I know Wallner's from Forest Lake. He ain't got nowhere to go. Who can we get in the next 6 months to play this game on a Friday?
I am going to recommend Pablo Lopez.
Oh, hell yeah.
He is extremely intelligent. He's kind of into trivia. He's got a lot of knowledge. I think he could put up a pretty good fight. And I'm shocked I haven't thought of this before, but yeah, he's the guy that we got to get lined up. And he's actually a morning person too, so that could work out well.
All right. Well, I got to hope he doesn't leave, though, right after the season's over. Of course, after you guys win the World Series. But whenever the season's over, we got to hope that nobody just bails on us and gives us no options for 6 months. Good luck tomorrow, it sounds like, maybe, Dustin, depending on what happens today. And congrats on whatever the inevitable division title looks like.
Appreciate it, guys.
Right,
appreciate it. Stay tuned. We'll see how and when the party is. Rosie, hope you're there for it.
I have. It's a tradition. I have to be there for it.
Are playoff tickets still available, and where can you get them?
Yeah, single game tickets actually go on sale tomorrow morning. So get them fast. They are moving. People can buy strips too. The playoff strips have been on sale, so they're moving pretty quick. That's a great sign. Pack the house. The guys love it. Target Field's rocking. It's a fun place to be. So. Check them out. Call the hotline, show up to the box office, get on our website, buy some tickets.
When does the league announce the start times for those games?
That's a great question, Rosie. I'm not exactly sure quite yet. They kind of with that AL wild card, there's 3 teams about a half game of each other. I think they're waiting on matchups to see how it plays out.
Sure.
I think there'll be 2-day games, 2-night games on that October 3rd.
Terrific.
Right.
Thanks,
You're the
Dustin.
best, dude. Thank you.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Now it's time for headlines.
All right, we're going to start headlines with the podcast tease that I sent 25 minutes ago. So
nice
Gilbert
tease.
Arenas. Remember Gilbert Arenas?
Of course.
Yeah. He has a podcast called No Chill with Gilbert Arenas.
Hilarious.
Yeah, and this makes me laugh. Maybe I should check it out. It sounds like you've already checked it out in the past, Maxo.
Yeah, it's really funny.
He's kind of deranged, but in the most possible fun way. Now, he was kind of deranged when he was a player,
playing,
right? He seemed to be kind of a loose cannon, seemed to be a little wild. I watched the 3-minute clip that went viral about him ripping Hakeem Olajuwon. Here's the update, Rosie. Olajuwon is reportedly charging $50,000 a week to be a private workout coach to NBA players. And Gilbert Arenas is just pissed that he's charging that amount to players in 2023. And I have two different clips, and they both make me laugh. The end of the second one makes me laugh the hardest. But here's Gilbert Arenas on his podcast ripping Giannis Antetokounmpo for spending $50K, or for Olajuwon basically saying, I'll charge Giannis $50,000 to work out with me.
Specifically Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis is the one that Gilbert references. So maybe, so I don't know if either Giannis did pay the 50 or if that's the offer on the table. But he makes it sound like Giannis paid 50 and that he's pissed that he did. Here's Gilbert on Hakeem Olajuwon.
Nobody want the Hakeem Olajuwon skyhook. Nobody want none of that. All right, let it go. 50. You should be ashamed of yourself. Charging these young whippersnappers 50. When you came in the league in 1984, you wasn't getting 50,000 a game. You trying to make your money back through the youth. Giannis, no 50,000. 50,000. Brook Lopez, you're good. Just go back to the basics, huh? You doing fine, Giannis. That. I'm sorry, Giannis, but I will not let you spend 50,000 for that.
We need that soundbite. Giannis, no! Here's part two.
He ain't been good since the 90s. That means all the moves in the 2000s, early 2000s, he don't know. 2010, he don't know. 2020, he don't know. He don't know. Who the you gonna do the moves on? Wimbayami? What you need a dream shake from Wimbayami? He weighed this much. He weighed this much. Out of here.
Who do you need to do the dream shake on? Wembenyami?
Brilliant.
He weighs this much. That's such a good bit.
Yeah.
And he's all over the place, and because it's on YouTube too, it's not just a podcast. He's just all over the room doing these fake skyhook moves. Brilliant. It's hilarious.
That is really good. I understand some young up-and-coming center maybe wanting to learn from Olajuwon if he has $50,000. I don't think Giannis needs to take a basketball lesson from Hakeem Olajuwon at this point of his life.
But that was kind of his whole point. Is outside of him being funny and saying crazy things.
That was very funny.
His point is nobody does the skyhook anymore.
No.
That it worked in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
That doesn't really. I mean, sure if you have it, but when are you going to bust that out? Right? Almost never.
You're not.
He ain't been good since the 90s. That means all the moves in the 2000s, early 2000s, he don't know. 2010, he don't know. 2020, he don't know. He don't know. Who the you gonna do the moves on? Wimbayami? What you need to dream shake for Wimbayami? He weighed this much. He weighed this much. Out of here. Yeah.
That is classic.
That's brilliant. So funny.
man.
He does that type of stuff all the time.
Does he?
His podcast is really funny. And he does have actual NBA players on there. And like, I like this new kind of class of NBA podcast because it seems like the players are able to open up more and
Max,
be
which is the one
themselves.
that KG was recently on when he was talking about, someone asked him about Cat and
I think that was his own. Him and Paul Pierce have a bit, I think.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about KG and Ant kind of KG. That Cat would have to take a step back, and he goes, no, they have to work. They have to be a duo. They have to work together. His answer, I thought, was very sharp. Unlike Gilbert Arenas.
I love that.
Giannis, no!
Wimbenyami is also great.
Wimbenyami? The Powerball did not hit, so it's an estimated $725 million for Saturday. We're creeping up on $1 billion again.
Yeah.
725.
What else is new?
Hell yeah.
Today is, go ahead, Zach.
Well, I have a headline. Can I do a headline?
Oh, boy.
Is that a yes?
Sure.
Rupert Murdoch is stepping down from the boards of Fox and News Corp, transitioning to chairman emeritus. He named his son Lackland the new chairman.
Get out of here.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Life imitates art. Art imitates life.
Right.
Oh, that's why Succession is trending.
Kendall's a douche.
Yeah.
God, Kendall's the worst.
Good for Kendall.
Team Roman.
Which one's Kendall?
What is the actor's name?
Nick.
I can't think of his name.
Papa Giorgio?
Papa George.
Kendall, Roy.
Oh yeah.
Jeremy Strong.
Yeah, Jeremy Strong. Fantastic actor.
We started watching the morning
sucks.
show again.
He actually read Lachlan Murdoch's book and tried to imitate him as best as he could, including apparently Lachlan talked about how he tied his shoes like extra tight, and that's one thing that Jeremy did on the show.
Does Rupert Murdoch have a curvy redheaded daughter?
Let me ask Google.
A curvy?
Hey, Google.
Team Shiv.
Team Shiv.
Today is National Miniature Golf Day.
Yeah. Remember we took money off hockey playing that?
I love mini golf. I wish I was good at regular golf because once you get to the green, it's a ton of fun.
It is.
For bad golfers, though, it takes 96 shots to get there. That's why I like mini golf and top golf. It's the best of both worlds.
If they put a windmill on the 18th green of some of these golf courses, it'd be a lot more challenging, a lot more fun.
I had to hit it off of Frankenstein's fat foot.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No.
Yeah. Corey and Frankenstein were a couple, yeah?
A study found that I don't believe that we hit peak happiness at the age of 70.
70?
Oh, perfect.
My dad's 73.
Yeah, look how happy we are together.
Yeah. All downhill for him. Huh?
And our satisfaction with life also has a decrease between the ages of 9 and 16.
Yeah.
Which is funny because my daughter's 9.5. The youngest one's 9.5. And it's weird. It sounds preposterous, but I would argue in the last 6 to 9 months, I've started to see stress hit her for the first time in her life, right? She's starting to worry about things. She's starting to like
school related or just friends,
I think
all
it's
kinds
just
of
that
stuff.
age. You just start,
Yeah.
you know, it's not all cotton candy and stuffed animals anymore. So it's I think that's probably a pretty fair number. 9 to 16. You're like, man, life can kind of suck. Yeah, it kind of does once in a while.
Peer pressure.
Wait till you get older. It's even worse.
Ooh. That's sad.
All right, trivia.
Yes, I love trivia.
Blank, we've done this in the past, but yearly is a nice reminder, okay? Blank is the strongest creature alive. It can pull 100,000 times its body weight.
An ant.
Ant's a good one.
It can pull 100,000 times its body weight. The answer is not an ant.
Really? I thought it was pretty close.
It's smaller than that.
What?
No way. What's smaller than an ant?
A mosquito.
Mosquito.
No, that's bigger than
right.
an ant.
This is going to give it away, but I'm going to give you this hint anyway.
A
we have
gnat.
4 minutes left in the show.
All right.
A gnat.
Chris Hockey had this in the 80s.
Crabs.
The answer is gonorrhea.
Oh.
Gonorrhea is the strongest creature alive. It can pull over 100,000
That's a
times.
trick question.
Well, it's alive.
I had no idea.
Hawk did have that.
I don't know how he said.
Probably
Virus.
multiple times.
Hey, let's not judge.
Viruses are alive. You know that.
Yeah, boy,
Yuck. Oh, God.
Rosie,
Google that.
Yeah.
on this date, September 21st, in what year did the absolutely epic masterpiece Goodfellas come out?
Oh, my God.
Oh, good question.
What year?
93.
89.
84.
Was it 84?
You're dancing all over it. 1990.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This movie.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you? I make you laugh? What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Just, you know how you tell a story. What?
No, I don't know. You said it. How do I know? You said I'm funny. What is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
Yeah.
So good. And again,
So uncomfortable.
between Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro, and Joe Pesci, who would have thought Ray Liotta was going to be the first to die in real life?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
The other two are getting way up there, but Ray was the first to go.
That scene is so uncomfortable.
All
of them
shine
are.
box bit, all of that.
Oh,
that movie
fantastic.
is
Good
movie's
film.
A
It's a
plus.
shine box.
That
A
was
plus.
Yep. 10 out of 10.
One of the best.
When he says, "Is this your pen?"
You're thinking of Liar Liar.
Tell me this pen.
No. When the pen bit.
I'm kidding.
When the pen rolls over and he asks the guy, he says, F you to him. And he goes, all right. And then Joe Pesci, yeah, it's sweet, dude. You got to have a buddy like Joe Pesci.
What's a buddy?
Do you? A friend?
What's a friend?
He's got somebody, he's always got his back, man. He's always got his back.
in
I don't
Home
mean in
Alone,
the
he didn't.
violent part, but like, he just always has his boy's back.
Daniel
you need a
Stern
guy
didn't
like
help
that.
him in Home Alone.
That's not a true story, Rosie.
What? No.
Home Alone Wales. Corey hates them.
No, the first one is fantastic. The second one is trash.
It's the same
Oh,
film.
come on.
It's not good.
It's like Kill Bill 1 and 2.
It's great.
I wish Old Man Marley had killed the bird lady. I wish he was an actual serial killer and she was the first victim.
The bird lady, Woodhawk.
Of course, especially in the 80s when he had the strongest creature alive crawling over his face.
Yeah.
Stephen King is 76 today. Stephen King's best movie or book is
The Shining.
Stand By Me.
The Shining is 100% the best.
Never
movie.
seen
What
it.
about Shawshank?
Shawshank, The Green Mile.
Yeah, Shawshank. I forgot.
Also, happy 73rd birthday to St. Paul Saints owner Bill Murray.
Yeah,
Hell
former.
yeah.
Former.
The Saint of Second Chances, the documentary on Netflix.
Is that out?
It's 100 out of 100.
Yeah,
Kelly and I. Oh
can't
my
wait
God!
to watch it.
Oh, it's
Is it on the Beck family or who's it about?
it's there's about a 15-minute part. It's pretty sad. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
I know
right?
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Rosie, thanks for your time. I'm very glad you've never had gonorrhea. At least,
Thank you.
at least
I
you
have.
haven't
I'm very
publicly
glad about that,
disclosed
too. Yeah.
Although you're very strong.
I think my favorite song.
I don't know if you're 100,000 times stronger.
I'm
than
sure if I'll see you guys much next week.
Are you passing?
Heading to Iowa for a thing with Alan Page and Karin, so I'll be gone. And then my schedule's changing here.
Is it over?
What?
No.
Yeah, pretty much
Is
over.
it over?
Yeah. Tuesday and Wednesdays. You'll be
Wait.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
I know.
We'll
I
have to
can't
talk
help
about that next week. Okay.
All right, we'll talk about it.
We'll see Rosie next week. Power Trip back tomorrow, 5:30 to 9. Don't forget the final quarterfinal of the Initials Invitational of 2023 is tomorrow at 8:15, and one of you has a crack at $47,000. See you tomorrow morning.
To listen back to today's Power Trip Morning Show or to hear previous shows, podcast us on the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here's a look at the roads in South St. Paul, 494 westbound. Traffic's very heavy. Highway 61 to Concord Street, where there's a crash blocking the left lane. And we also see delays farther west. Zone. Get in the zone, starting stronger.